Welcome back, everyone. Open Up. I'm Don Clark, Tina Miller, your favorite pair on the air, and a special shout out to you folks in Washington, D.C. We've got viewers in the nation's capital, and
Yes.
glad you joined us.
Yes, so
You worked in the nation's capital
I did.
at the White House.
Yes, Don. Yes, and I spend a little time there each year. Don, a couple of quick announcements before we go to our
Sure.
next guest. Nature's Food Market and Juice Bar is hosting another raw food class, and it's they're calling it Another Living Thanksgiving. So it's this Sunday, November 15th. 3 to 5 p.m. You can contact Nature's Food Market to get signed up. Cost is $22 per person.
Hey, and I want to just chip in. I tried their turkey roll made of grain.
Yes.
You couldn't tell the difference with real turkey. And my wife couldn't tell the difference. It was fabulous.
Excellent, Don. And that's all the different things, cranberry salad, rosemary garlic, and all the wonderful stuff for Thanksgiving. And again, Nature's Food Market and Juice Bar. And then another quick announcement, Glitz, Glam, and Grace. Shine brighter with Glitz, Glam, and Grace Holiday Shopping Extravaganza. That's happening November 14th and 15th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Italian Heritage Hall, 4415 Wilson Road, right here in Bakersfield. A contact number would be for Irene at 661-380-0748. And we are about to welcome a name I've never heard of before, Miss Russell McGee. And she is representing Timeless Affairs. And the event we're talking about is bow ties and clutches. So welcome to Open Up.
Thank you for having me.
Now, talk to us about who Russell McGee is and where did you get that name?
Russell McGee. Okay, so I got this name. Actually, my mom named me after a friend of hers. I don't know if many of you are familiar with Miss Russell Reeder. That's who I am named after.
Oh, I had never heard it. I was kind of thinking maybe they wanted a boy and teamed Russ and
Everyone
Gail
thinks
type
that.
thing.
Everyone thinks that my dad's name is Russell.
Okay.
Russell. Well, that's neat.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are the owner, CEO of Timeless Affairs.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us what Timeless Affairs is.
Timeless Affairs is an event planning company. We're not like your typical event coordinators. I'm not into planning your weddings, your birthday parties, or anything. What sets me apart is I'm out to do community events. I'm out for planning things in the community to bring the community together. So everything that I do is plan to give back to the community.
What are some of the events you've done?
Honestly, Timeless Affairs is a brand new business. So Bow Ties and Clutches will be my first event. So I'm very excited about it. And with that, I plan to set a bar in this city.
Oh, okay. What made you want to go this route?
Honestly, it all started back. I've always loved working in the community. I've always loved working with young people, event planning. Started when I was in church. And I was always planning things for our church, planning youth events for our youth department, and it kind of just progressed there. Me and my sisters, we took on a business called Notable Occasions, and we were planning weddings. And from there, I started to work in the community, and I decided, I like working in the community, and I want to give back to the community. There's so many well-deserving organizations out there, so I want to be able to be that one to put on events where I can give back to those organizations, well-deserved places.
Wonderful. And so your first event, Bow Ties and Clutches.
Yes, Bow Ties and Clutches.
So what's the bow ties about?
The bow ties, we want all the men to come out in their finest bow ties. It was kind of, I wanted to come up with a theme that would immediately set the bar. So we didn't want it to just say a red carpet affair. We wanted to put a little something
individual,
to it.
yes.
So Bow Ties and Clutches, what I felt once everyone heard that, it would immediately set the tone for
So
the
not
event.
just black bow ties, but any bow tie.
Any bow tie. Any bow tie of your choice. Any style, any color, any bow tie.
I got to confess, I've got a drawer full of bow ties that my sister has given me, and I don't know how to tie them yet.
Oh, my goodness, Dawn. I thought it probably comes already pre-tied. You just
Some
flip
do,
it.
but
Oh, okay.
but the real bow ties you tie yourself.
Yeah, you got to learn how to tie them yourself.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, and are you skilled at that?
I am not skilled at
Okay.
that, although I've seen it done a couple of times.
Okay. Did you make the name for this event or?
Actually, there's a funny story behind that.
Okay.
I was actually in the nail shop getting my nails done and talking about that I wanted to plan an event with a couple of other ladies, and we were discussing names, and bow ties and clutches was one of the ones that came up. It was either cufflinks and clutches or bow ties and clutches, and bow ties and clutches just had a nice little ring to it.
Okay.
And clutches. I'm not sure I understand that.
Come on.
If I had a handbag, a clutch.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's something
Instead
that the
of the
ladies
shoulder
carry.
bag,
okay.
a clutch.
Okay.
Yes.
A clutch.
Yes. So bow ties for our men and clutches for our ladies.
I was thinking of wrestling, you know.
Oh, clutch him. Get him in a clutch or something. Tell us more about the event at the Petroleum Club.
Yes, so the event will be November 27th. It is the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. It will be at the Petroleum Club, and it is a red carpet affair. Once again, it's designed to give back to the community, so a portion of the proceeds will be going to the Man Up Foundation and the Boys and Girls Club.
Excellent.
Yes.
So your next event, you'll choose different charities to give to, or is that how that works?
So every event that I choose to do, I will choose a different charity. That's the goal, to just reach into the community and find different charities that I would like to give back to and just go that route.
Oh,
Talk
wonderful.
about some of the big names that will be here.
So we have Danny Morrison will be in the house. He will be our guest MC. We have Mr. Frank Trimble, and everyone knows Mr. Trimble and Unique Soul.
Yes.
Then we will have Mr. JJ Hicks with J2 in the Business that will be doing our cocktail hour, and Mr. Dejan Jernigan. He is our comedian, also known as the Deacon.
It's going to be a big
So
night.
it's going to be a wonderful evening.
Oh,
For those
my.
who haven't got tickets, they need to log on to Eventbrite and purchase tickets. Tickets will only be on sale until Monday. So.
Is there? That's the only way to get tickets. Eventbrite.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Go on to Eventbrite and just type in bow ties and clutches.
Excellent. Dawn, might be a time to break out your bow tie.
Yes,
think
and
so.
speaking of that, I actually have a gift for you two. I'd like you to be my honored guest
Oh
at
my
the
goodness.
event. Two for
Thank
you,
you.
Dawn, and two for you, Tina.
I know. I don't have a clutch.
Well, you have to go out and get a clutch, Tina.
Oh wow! How honored.
Yes, I'd love for you to be my VIPs. If you can make it,
Wow.
You bet. You bet.
I'd love to
Why
have you
would
guys
I miss
there.
that?
Okay, I've
Absolutely.
got to go find a nice clutch now.
All right. I'm
How
going to hold
would-
you to it.
Now that you're doing this, where do you find your sources of support and encouragement for you?
Honestly, my support, first and foremost, God. I'm raised in church, so my belief goes very deep. You know, I pray for my source of strength. Support when it comes to planning these events and doing this, I have a strong support system. Family, and then other support, Michelle Rainey from Bakersfield Black Dollar Initiative
Yes, yes.
has been a rock for me.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
she has been a big support. Also, Danny Morrison has been a major supporter in this event. So I have a lot of good support. I met a lot of wonderful people. This has been a learning experience, but also a wonderful experience.
Wow.
You know, it's so interesting, isn't it, Tina, that you know, folks, when we started this show, this isn't meant to be a ministry. It's not a Christian show. It's just open up. But when we ask people to open up about their deepest source of encouragement and support, it is just uncanny how many people turn to the Lord, to God, to Scripture
Yes.
as their sources of support. And we don't edit that out. I mean, that just seems to be so
Yeah.
deep in so many people involved in so many things in our community.
Right. Because that's the one thing when it comes to when you need strength or anything and you just go to the Father and you pray and you ask for that strength. Lord, give me wisdom. Give me what to do
Yes.
on anything. And even with this, I'm like, on the days when I feel like I'm kind of low or it gets tough, I just pray and say, Lord, let me make it to the next step. And so I've just been praying for guidance this entire time. And
Excellent. And we want to leave it with the Lord. Start with the Lord and end it with the Lord.
All
So
right.
here's your information on the screen. Rasail McGee, CEO, Timeless Affairs. And you can contact her via email at ibrusail@yahoo.com. upnov.com or 661-448-0348. And we want to thank you so much for coming in to share this
You bet.
great
And
event.
thank you for the tickets.
And yes, of course.
And
See you
thank
there.
you for
and
having
Robert.
me.
Yes. Any last quick thought before we say bye?
I just like to say, if you haven't got your tickets, go and get your tickets. If you like to sponsor anything, just email me, call me. We're taking sponsors and donations all the time. Thank you so much.
Excellent. And thank you for being with us.
Stay strong, everybody.
See you next time.